Hey, what's up dreamers? This is Nick Brown from alwayslucid.com. Today I'm going to share with you some interesting, unusual facts that I've learned along the way that you can do in the daytime to reach lucid dreaming. Check it out. One of the weirdest things that I have found out in my journey is in my conversations with people that I know, even with strangers that I come across or interact with in the daytime. That's a perfect time to see the conversation take place, but from a third perspective. So imagine you're out of your body in that conversation and you're actually looking back at yourself and the other person as a 3D representation of a conversation happening, but yet you're not actually in it per se. You're in fact looking at the conversation from a different perspective, therefore you can actually see them and yourself as a dream character. This is so powerful when it comes to lucid dreaming, because the more you do this, the more you treat your relationships in this way, the more you'll see that it can be triggered into a lucid dream in the early hours of the morning when you do your lucid induction. This is a fantastic and I think ancient technique in how to treat the dream mode that we're in, or the waking dream, should we say, because what we're doing is that we're testing the reality, we're tipping the balance between what's real and what's not, okay, or what we deem as real. So in your conversations, in your relationships, with your partner, even with your dog, your interactions with anything, any life form, treat them as a dream character. And this does not mean that you go and just, punch them in the face or, call them names or be arrogant or be nasty. No, I'm not saying that.
Red, you go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
What I'm saying is that you see it from a different perspective. You see it from a higher perspective of living. And this knowing, this inner feeling of, wow, there's something more, something different, bleeds over into the lucid dream itself. Treat everyone as a dream character, but show them love and respect. Another unusual one that I came across during my experience with lucid dreaming is that in the daytime, expect the unexpected, okay? This is a great one because it's like, how do I deal with that, right? I mean, if something happens, what do I do? Do I just roll with it and get lost in the story itself? Or do I again pull myself out of that situation and see it from a different perspective? Let me give you an example. If a dinner plate crashes and it was your fault, you dropped the plate, and someone is yelling at you for dropping the plate, don't get lost in the story. Don't get attached to that feeling you probably get in your stomach, which is like, an unsettling, nervous feeling because you felt sorry that you did the plate dropping. Instead, come at it with a different perspective. Yes, of course, show remorse in some respect, like, show respect to the person that is yelling at you and say, look, I'm sorry for smashing the plate, for example. But at the same time, look at that from a different perspective, very much like the dream character one I told you about just now. You're looking at life in a different perspective, outside of the fabrication of what we call the body, okay? You are not just the body, you are consciousness itself. So therefore, you can now see, or you can interact with an experience from a wider angle. And an add-on to that experience is that you can actually create a trigger point at that point of these surprise moments. And the subconscious mind loves these surprise moments because it will log all of those moments into your dream that night, or within the next couple of days usually. When these surprise moments happen, like a dinner plate falling to the ground or something that startles you, that's a very fertile time to then jump on that invitation to seed your subconscious mind, to ask yourself the very question, am I dreaming? Another thing you can do in the daytime is set yourself some clear goals and objectives. I can't express to you enough how important this is, because really, if you think about it, lucid dreaming is not just getting to lucid dream. You know, because you can induce a lucid dream, but when you get there, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna drift around, you're just gonna have fun, probably have sex with some celebrities, have a little flying session or whatever, and that's all good. Don't get me wrong, if you want to do that and that's your provocative, fine. But I think for the more serious dreamer out there, if you want to really expand in your own consciousness and find out what's really the true fabric of reality, if that is such a thing, then why not set yourself a few goals and objectives in the meantime? And what you'll discover is that during that morning, you'll become lucid in your dreams and you will remember the intention of what you wrote down on the piece of paper. Now you are actively searching out things within the conscious dream state. See, lucid dreaming is way more than just keeping a daily dream journal, doing your daily reality checks, making sure that you do your techniques at 4 a.m. This is an awareness that you acquire within the daytime, at all times. So for many dreamers, or for many serious dreamers, it's basically a lifestyle choice that one can adapt so that it becomes your world. And you know, it's really about pushing the boundaries, because then, and only then, you become lucid in your dreams. Tonight.